Hello and welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to be dealing with a few of the Bushido's upgrades. So before we get going on that, I would like to check these out. Show you my stickers I just got from Riff Raff's RC. Sent some of his little license plates. Some of these metallic stickers. Some of these regular high quality. Those are really nice looking stickers. And then one big one. And then a nice little note. So thanks a lot there, Riff. These are going to go up on, one will go in my toolbox at work and one will go on my sticker board here. Really appreciate it, and I will get mine in the mail to you soon. But back to the Bushido. So I've purchased these Angora deep dish wheels. And they just arrived in the mail. Been waiting on them. Holiday shipping's kind of on the slow side. And I think these are going to turn out really nice. Everything else I've gotten from Angora in the past year has been really nice. I'll pull them out and have a quick look before I go through and assemble them. So it's just a really nice looking, super deep dish negative offset wheel. I mean, look how far that sticks out. So that should give us a little more wheel width, make it a little bit wider, and I think those are just going to look really good on it. And those will probably all assemble with no problem. Oh, really sticky, guys. And I have some of these mudslingers, 1/9 mudslingers. They're just a tiny, tiny bit bigger, hardly any at all. And with it being winter and things are snowy and slushy, I think this tire style ought to work really good on it. And I've got some lights, because it does include the light buckets. And they give you these buckets. I'll probably just use them in the rear and just stick them through. I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to start assembling this stuff, and I will get back with you. I've got one done, and you can see while we're looking dead on how much it sticks out. The other one does not stick out from that little fender well at all. And this one does, and that's just from the offset of these wheels, so that's awesome. And they look pretty daggone good on there too. So I figured I have done so many of these wheels I don't even think about it, so it might be able to make your guys' life just a little bit easier if I share how I do my especially wagon wheels. So when you have these wagon wheels, you've got the two pieces. You can see in the back there, the back piece, the inner spokes are just a little bit smaller. And if you don't have them lined up perfectly, because your center holes will line up no matter how you turn them, but these will only line up one way, you'll end up having your spokes showing through and it'll drive you crazy. So the easy thing I do to avoid that and make it easy just to find where I'm working at is I'll take my Sharpie and I'll color in one of these flags, and I'll put a good mark there so I can see it, and then I'll come down here and go to the opposite side and color in one of those flags on both sides. That way they match up. And that way when I go to reassemble them, I have no problem at all finding where they go. And the other thing that really makes my life easier is a 6-volt driver. I like the screwdriver style, and I'll show you why here after I get one of the little inserts in and start mounting the tires up. Now, they do include longer screws. That way you can help compress your sides together, but I very rarely have to use them. Most of the time, these just pop together pretty good. Okay, now that we have that apart, a little bit different when you got the camera between you and what you're working on. I'll take my wheel, slide my ring in there. And I usually work that around really good to make sure it's seated. Alright, that's where I want it. I'll drop my front dish in, and instead of pushing down, I pull around the sides just a little bit, and that'll let that go. It goes right down and seats right on the ring where it's supposed to. And then when we get to the back, I can see I have a colored mark there, I have a colored mark there. Drop that in about right there. Same thing on the back. Nice and lined up. I can see light through everything, so it should be lined up good enough to grab. There we go. It is started, lined up perfectly. Everything fit nice. There was hardly any struggle. And I'm going to show you why I like to use the screwdriver version of a 6-volt driver. I mean, these things make your life super easy. So they are a little bit on the strong side though, so if you go too far, you'll end up stripping out your screw or the screw head. So I only hold them with these 2 fingers. And that way when it hits the end, it kicks itself around and doesn't strip out my screws. But alright everybody, I am going to throw the rest of those in and get these things mounted up. So now that we have the wheels and tires done, I'm going to move on to the lights. And these are just a set I pick up off of Amazon, and they come with 4 white lights and 4 red lights, and they're around $10, between $8 and $10 depending on the day. And I'll buy these because I will end up cutting what I don't want to use off, and I end up cutting them up anyway because it does come all one standard length, and I like to make them a little bit nicer leading around through there. But I'm going to start installing those. I'm going to put the 2 white ones in here. I got to see if I can find something to use for taillight buckets because I left it kind of clearish right there, but no buckets. So I have to figure that out still, and I'll go from there. Alright, so what I've done is I've mounted this in here, and this will go back in our bucket, and it should fit in there just fine, but this is what you have to remove to do it. With these, they always have this shroud around them, so it allows them to fit in these sockets, but that doesn't allow you to put them in anything else very easily. So I just take a pair of plastic trimmers, like these, and trim a thin layer of that away in a circle, and then it fits right in between there really nicely. Get that mess out of the way. But yeah, it fits in there really nicely afterwards, and then you're able just to plug that right in, put in your 2 screws, and you're good to go. Well, I've got the front lights all mounted in, taped up in place, and they all came out really nice. Got them all spliced together. And for these back taillight buckets, I have not been filming my assembly of this because I am not going to lie, I have been measuring nothing. I have been eyeballing it, tracing parts, and what the idea is I'll be able to take these parts and glue them together and make a rough structure that I can glue into place there. And I've got those drilled out so I can fit these light buckets through it, so I've got a place to hold the lights decently, and I'm just going to continue on with that. This is the plastic I use, Plastruct bonding, and it seems to work pretty decent. Alright everybody, so here we are, finished product. I have picked up a bit of a head cold since I started this project, so sorry if I sound a bit nasally. But the headlights, I really like the way they turned out. They came out really nice. Those stickers they put over there really gave it that authentic headlight look. And these wheels and tires are awesome. I'm really, really impressed with these deep dish negative offset wheels. And they added a lot of width to the vehicle and a whole lot of style. I did do the panel lines. And all I did for that was just use a thin line Sharpie. And as long as you keep your hands steady, it's not too bad. And I think the shining star of the project was these tail lights. They came out great. They light up nicely. They're fairly well isolated to where they should be. And the fact that I made my own buckets just made it kind of fun too. So with just a little bit of work, I mean, you can make your own buckets, and they fit up there really nice. And I think they look really sharp, and all my wiring's all nice and neat and tied up where it should be. But, well, I'm not going to yammer on too much longer because this is already getting to be a long video. I did trim a little bit right there, which I still might do some rubbing. I might have to do a little more trimming, we'll see. Or maybe I just lift the body post up a little bit, I'm not sure yet. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'll leave a list to all these parts in the description below if you're wanting to do this to yours. Or if you just want to throw a set of these wheels on your other crawler, because, man, they're really awesome wheels. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to catch you on the next video, and I hope you have an awesome day.